In the most recent Nintendo Direct, we got to see some footage of the returning Salmon Run mode in Splatoon 3. This leaves a lot of the Splatoon community baffled. There was a pretty popular theory that Grizzco would be revealed to be the villain in Splatoon 3 and that Salmon Run would end, especially since the new Agent 3 makes friends with the little buddy Salmonid. The same inkling that's killing a whole bunch of Salmonids shouldn't be friends with the little buddy. In this video, I'm going to try and make some sense of this. One possibility is that Little Buddy is a special kind of Salmonid that's different from the rest, and the new Agent 3 brings him around to try and discover why he's good, unlike the other Salmonids who are still evil. And the only reason you go and kill Salmonids in Salmon Run is to study other Salmonids, or maybe it's just a harmless simulation of Salmon Run from Splatoon 2. But the theory that I believe has the most promise is that the Inklings and Oxlings of Splatsville have learned to turn the golden Salmonid eggs into friendly Salmonid buddies that can be used to eat the fur off of the mammalians like we saw in that one trailer. The reason they keep returning to Salmon Run would be to collect more and more golden eggs so they can breed more and more Salmonid buddies out of them to prevent against the return of the mammalians. In case you haven't heard about the theories about Splatoon 3, people speculated that the bear creatures were sent to the moon prior to the fall of humanity, which would probably explain why there was an emphasis on rockets in the Splatoon 3 trailer. People used to think that in the main campaign you would go around collecting Zapfish to stop these rockets, travel to the moon, and defeat the mammalian bears who are trying to return to the Earth. But now that we know that Salmon Run is back, it's possible that the Zapfish are used for a different reason, and that is to convert the golden eggs into friendly salmon buddies to eat the fur off of the mammalians, aka the mammalian infection that's being spread across Earth. Going by this theory, it's a bit up in the air whether Grizzco is actually a villain or not, but he most likely is since he's appearing to look much more like a bear or a mammalian. The original Salmon Run in Splatoon 2 could have been to kill off the Salmonids since Grizzco knew that they could be used to stop the invasion of the bears. But now in Splatoon 3, Salmon Run could have nothing to do with Grizzco and could instead be more about collecting the golden eggs rather than killing the Salmonids, even though you still do both. Those are just my ideas, and I'm sure the Splatoon community is going to come up with something soon that fits in with the idea of Salmon Run still existing. Either way, I still think this is a promising theory, and I'm really excited to see that there's a Salmon Run mode in Splatoon 3. I enjoyed it a lot in Splatoon 2, so I'm glad it's back. The new bosses look fun, although the fish one kinda looks like it might be a bit of a pain. It's a bit of a bummer that more footage wasn't shown of the story or other online modes, but Salmon Run's good for now. Hopefully they added in a lot more bosses and stages to make it fresh too. Some new gimmicks would be nice if they were added into the mode, and the summer release date is expected, but honestly, it would have been nicer if we got an actual release date since it's already February. No matter when the game comes out, I'm sure all the new modes and updates will be a blast though. I'm not really worried about that. I just hope it comes out soon. I hope we get to see more story content, especially since I think this theory is pretty spot on. If you enjoy videos like this, we've been making a lot of Splatoon 3 content recently, so just make sure to subscribe or hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on those. If not, a like would be greatly appreciated. This has been Jake with Game Domain, and thank you very much for watching.